All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Racha HaKudash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of the great millstone who rule well. Salutations to you, sincere, hopeful elect, Akim of the hopeful elect. My Rabbi, Allah, that is to say 144,000 in the Lashma Kudash. Shalom to you. So I want to get into this lesson. This is going to be a short, quick lesson. And what you see is this is actually a screenshot I took of something that the beloved brother Bon Sapad in Dallas sent me a couple days ago. And, which it speaks to, what we experience here in America, all right, as Israelites, really, anywhere we are in the earth. This is, how we should feel, because this is what we're going through, okay? And this, speaking of our forefather Abraham, as is going to get into, this is a testament to his faith that he had in the hopes in which he knew that the Most High was going to make good on his promises. So there was a certain way he conducted and lived. All right, so this is the study guide for Hebrews 11. And in the screenshot, it says, promise. It says, Abraham lived as a sojourner in the land the Most High promised, never owning any of it except the plots that he and Sarah were buried on. Okay, so the land of promise is the land of Israel. So even amongst the Hamites that was in the land of Israel at that time, our forefather Abraham, being that he came out of Ur of the Chaldees, he went west to the land of Israel and sojourned there for a period of time. Yet he didn't even own anything. The only thing he owned was, the plots, of land in which, he was buried on. All right, him and Sarah. Okay. Being in mind you, this land that he sojourned in was actually the land that was going to be given him in the future. Okay, through the Israelites. All right, the Exodus and so on and so forth. It says, dwelt translates the ancient Greek word paroikos, describing a resident alien. Okay, a resident alien, and that is, with this whole ICE situation and border control, controlling the borders, and Esau going after the Israelites here in the U.S. You know, some of them can be considered resident aliens. They're aliens to America, so-called aliens to America, but they're residents. All right. So it says, describing resident alien, one who lives at a certain place but doesn't have permanent status there. All right. And that is something that a lot of the tribes is coming to realize, being that their dwelling place is not certain here in America. Okay. It says a resident alien or a sojourner is evident. The way they talk and the way they dress, their mannerisms, their entertainment, their citizenship, and their friends all speak of their native home. All right. Now, when the migrants really started flooding up here a couple years ago, from different Latin countries outside of Mexico, that was very apparent for us brothers up here in the Northwest. Okay, because you would see them, and it's like, man, that they a so-called foreigner, a Latin tribe, but it's not Issachar. They got a different gait to them, different mannerisms, a different way of dress. Their Spanish they speak is different. All right, so those are all testaments of them being foreigners. Okay, so imagine how our forefather Abraham was easily spotted as a foreigner in the land of Israel as he was sojourning there amongst those heathen nations, those Hamites. All right. So it says, and their friends all speak of their native home. If someone is the same in all these areas as the natives, they are no longer sojourners. They are permanent residents. Hamashiach, or Christians, Salakia, shouldn't live as if they were permanent residents on planet Earth. All right, so this current planet Earth in which we sojourn in is not our permanent place of residence. Okay, we look for a new heaven and a new earth, as the scriptures say. All right, wherein dwelleth righteousness. So this is not the end all be all for us. We are simply sojourning. All right, now let me grab some scriptures, some precepts. This is Hebrews 13, and I'm gonna read this in the NLT. Verse 14 in the NLT, it says, "For this world is not our permanent home. We are looking forward to a home yet to come." All right, and that's simple, plain and to the point. We're looking for a new heaven and a new earth, as it says in the book of Peter. All right, Hebrews 11 and 13 in the NLT. I'm going to read through verse 16. Verse 13, it says, all these people died still believing. And this chapter goes into the faith of certain biblical characters. Okay, all these people died still believing what the Most High had promised them. They did not receive what was promised, but they saw it from a distance and welcomed it. They agreed that they were foreigners and nomads here on earth. Okay, and that's the same mind we have to be equipped with, is that we are foreigners and nomads. All right, we are behind enemy lines. We were brought here to the Americas as a form of servitude and slavery and judgment and punishment. All right, hell. Okay, verse 14, it says, obviously people who say such things are looking forward to a country they can call their own. And if you are in your right mind, that is what you want as an Israelite, a country that you can call your own, which the land of Israel, which is being completely defiled right now, that is our land, that is our home, and soon we'll be actually able to call that our home, being that we will physically be placed back into that land, all right, via Yahweh deliverance, for the hopeful elect, the 144,000, 1/3. Verse 15, it says, if they had longed for the country they came from, they could have gone back. All right, so look at our forefather Abraham. He had the option to go back to Ur of the Chaldees and be amongst his family. Okay. But he didn't long for that. He longed for this promise, this land that was promised to him. All right, which believing that the Most High is going to make good on that. You keep your mind fixated on that and your eyes straight forward. All right. Verse 16, he says, but they were looking for a better place, a heavenly homeland. That is why the Most High is not ashamed to be called their power, for he has prepared a city for them. All right. As the scriptures say, the kingdom of heaven is prepared already. Watch. And that is what we are doing. 2 Ezra 16 and 40 to the point, and this will be my last precept. It says, O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. In the times we are in, and as things get more and more evil, and this society continues to shut down, and everything becomes more and more uncertain, just as far as, things outside of our control, job situations, living situations, food, all that. We are to remain faithful in, what it is that the Heavenly Father has planned for us, and simply, be prepared to be pilgrims upon the earth. All right, knowing that soon we will actually no longer be sojourning as resident aliens behind enemy lines. We will actually be in our homeland in the kingdom of heaven. All right, and dwelling in righteousness in a new heaven and a new earth. So I just wanted to bring that out real quick. Lord willing, this was edifying. Until next time, shalom.